Remember that guy who made a Harlem Shake video where he literally shat on his friend? He's making videos for children now on YouTube, and parents are pissed off because they've paid hundreds of dollars for a live tour that he's not appearing in. That's our topic. Let's talk. How you doing? Colonel Rudy here to talk to you today about YouTuber and children's entertainer Steven? Not sure how you pronounce his name, who is better known as their character BLIPPI. Now there's some things to talk about, so let's just quickly dive into everything. BLIPPI is a colorful character created by John, who's a colorfully clad, quote, adult human man, that's how they describe him, who uses his bright and cheery demeanor to teach kids how to do things like fixing a sink, fixing a car, and pumping iron, and crushing a car, I guess? But all in all, he's a simple character who's easy for a child to love. Why? Because he's got all the makings of a child entertainer. Bright colors, happy demeanor, soft presence, and sometimes a goofy voice. And while children might love the simple nature of BLIPPI, some parents are thinking otherwise. This is because John announced that there was going to be a BLIPPI tour for 2020, but what some parents didn't see is a disclaimer at the top of the tour list that said, John is the creator of BLIPPI and acts as the writer and creative force behind the BLIPPI character. Now that BLIPPI has evolved as a character, he is excited that a dynamic stage performer has been cast as BLIPPI to entertain and thrill audiences across all of the tour markets. If you scroll down past that to his frequently asked questions section, you find another disclaimer saying about the same thing, saying John will not be performing as BLIPPI. Then beyond that, once you begin to book your tickets, there's another disclaimer saying the exact same thing. So parents are starting to get pissed off because John essentially pulled this bait and switch. They're paying all this money to see this character just for the actual character himself not to perform. Well, to play the devil's advocate, that is understandable. When you go see Disney on Ice, you're not seeing Idina Menzel performing as Elsa, you're seeing another actress play Elsa. But then again, I'd be pissed too, especially since I'm paying this much money to see a YouTuber not perform live for my kids as their favorite character. I mean, these tickets really are not that cheap either. Most likely, parents are buying tickets for families of 4 and above. At almost $33 a ticket, you're paying about $132. That's just for basic tickets. Meet and greet packages run higher than that. So imagine the shock on a parent's face after realizing they shelled out around $400 not to see him. That's around what one mother paid according to BuzzFeed News. She paid around $400 for her child to see not BLIPPI perform in Toronto. Parents are so pissed off at this that the New York Post is actually calling John out with their article, Viral Influencer BLIPPI is so fake he hired an impersonator. Talk about being put on blast! John apparently told Billboard that he blames his BLIPPI stardom for not being able to show up. He told the magazine, quote, since YouTube is a monster and all these platforms are really crazy, I can't go on the road for many weeks or months at a time. But let's take a time out real quick and let's discuss this. In my own personal opinion, if you can't be on the tour, why are you hosting the tour in the first place? Imagine if Metallica announced a US tour, but they were too busy working on an album and a music video that they hired a cut-rate Metallica cover band called the Masters of Sandman or some dumb crap like that. People would be livid. And this isn't John's first time catching the ire of the internet with some kind of controversy. Oh no, now that he's pissed off parents, outlets are reaching deep and they're shaking the controversy tree to see what falls out. And just a quick disclaimer, we're going to be talking about some pretty disgusting stuff in a sec, so if you think you're not going to like what comes up next, feel free to tune somewhere else. I'll give you a second. Time's up, you've had your chance, let's begin. Alright, so back in the early 2010s, John went by the name of Steezy Grossman, a play on his actual name, and made gross out videos if you couldn't tell by his name. That included the video Turd Boy, which is about a boy who was born as a poop after his parents had anal sex. That's wholesome, fun family entertainment for you. In 2013, in the midst of the Harlem Shake craze, which thank God it's dead and over with, Grossman released his own Harlem Shake rendition where he, really no polite way to put this, he shit all over his friend who is holding open his asshole. John went on a podcast that same year and admitted that the shit was real and it all really happened, saying, quote, I think it's funny, that's the reason why I like shit in films and shit, end quote. BuzzFeed unearthed the video this year, but according to the staff at BuzzFeed, they received a cease and desist letter from his lawyers, so instead they had an artist's rendition of the video posted anyway. And no, I'm not going to post that here. I like my channel. I'd prefer to keep my channel for a bit. The video is also no longer readily available online, and some report that John uses DMCA notices to get it taken down as soon as it's put up. So let's recap. This dude is a children's entertainer. He's going on tour, but he's not going on tour. And he made a video where he shit on a dude way back in the day. The end. And that's about as far as I want to take everything. That covers the topic I wanted to talk about. Thank you for watching. I'll probably have something else up soon. Who knows? I don't. We'll see what happens. All my social media things are down in the description, along with a link to my Discord, along with other things. And I'll see you guys another time. As always, you don't have to go home, but I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'll see you.